I got some good cameras on.
Y'all see y'all
Season. Sometimes God has to prune.
They don't go, we're fine. Okay. Thank y'all guys if you need to think
So I found myself most comfortable in front of the crowd. So just bear with me. What's your name? Your name. What's your name? Okay. All right, here we go. So, allow for me to reintroduce myself. My name is not Jessica's husband. Okay? That's not my name. Don't call me that. My name is Lafayette. Or you can call me Promise, because apparently that's what I am online. I am a promise fulfilled, and this is my pearl here. But we have invited you guys out for a book reading, book signing, and just a mix and mingle amongst awesome people. You guys have come from far and wide, and we just want to say thank you guys for coming. So whoever comes. Whoever wanted to be here, still wants to be here, but they had other obligations. So I just want to go through some quick housekeeping. So how many times, or who has ever been to Maria? Show of hands. Awesome. All right. So you got to go to the restroom. All right. You're going to go out this door and make a left, and the restrooms are right there on it. All right. They take great care of the establishment. Don't have to worry about if it's clean or not. It's fantastic. They're going to take great care. The food is amazing. The way they're setting it up this evening is you're paying per table. So if somebody comes to your table, just let them know you're paying per table, and you just kind of decipher it out based on what you get at your table. So that's how that's going to be done. Sounds good so far? When you came in, you saw a bookmark. Feel free to take two. Depending on who all shows up, feel free to take multiple ones. We're going to use these in a little bit. So those bookmarks, hopefully you do purchase a book today, maybe purchase 2 or 3, depending on how many people you need to give them to. All right? Put them into the book. It's a great read. I don't consider it a quick read. I've read it a couple times, but I do consider it one of those in-depth readings that you should take enough time to read it so that way it inspires you. So today is about pruning. So I want to kind of treat this like a class real quick, if you don't mind. Is that okay? All right, so who in here can tell me what pruning means? I promise I won't be for you. Pruning. What does it mean? Laverne, what is Laverne?
To cut back.
There we go. To cut back. Anybody want to add to that? To cut back?
Normally you cut back things that may dead or dying, so that things that are growing to trees.
I'm a teacher, so I was going to call on Brittany because we caught eye contact. That's how you do it.
To shape it up, to shape up.
There we go. And I saw another hand right here. Yes, Ms. Jones.
To cut back to promote future growth.
Yes, so this is all true and correct. And it depends on where you are in life. So sometimes you can prune. So that's what we came in. We came to punish things and learn about pruning. A few more housekeeping notes. I was going to say something about the phones, but if they could just be on vibrate, you had to put them on silence because when Jessica starts to read, then we would like for everybody to be able to hear. We'll try to close the doors and so on and so forth. And then, we would love for you to purchase the book if you haven't already. But you can also purchase T-shirts. I try to wear mine as a special presentation at the moment. T-shirts are inexpensive, $15, only $15. We would love for you to grab 1 or 2. We have all sizes from medium to double X. Depending on what you want, get one for somebody that's not here. Books are on sale. We do have the Zelle account where you can actually purchase those as well. Like I said, we're here to support the author, my phenomenal, beautiful wife. Used to say bride to be, but now my beautiful wife. So the flow is going to look a little bit like this. So done my part, we're going to welcome Jessica. She's going to have a little bit of something, a few things to say. Then she's going to do a brief reading of a chapter, however she wants to do that. Kind of let the Spirit fill her. If she wants to read 1, let her read 1. If she wants to read 2, let her read 2. The waitress is going to come in and out. You can eat while she's reading. So if you guys would like to purchase something, you can. It's okay if you don't. Get some water or something like that if you don't want to do that. And then we're going to play a little bit of a game that is going to be wrapped around pruning as well. A little mix and mingle, and then we'll let you guys go. We only got the room until 5. So I think we have more than enough time. If you stay after, the bar area, the bartender is great. So like a good cocktail, they're going to do a great job of it. And the food is amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you for coming. It is an honor and a privilege. This isn't something we do every day, so we appreciate you.
Again for coming. I do appreciate this. I know I've been getting so much stuff going on throughout the years, months. So I do appreciate everybody showing up. That could show up. So I do have 14 books on Amazon. Okay, actually 14 journals, one book. But this book, Pruning Season, was not my plan to finish. It was difficult for me to finish during the wedding process because I just didn't feel led to finish it. So after the wedding, of course, I felt led to complete it, and I realized why I couldn't complete it because my pruning season hadn't been over yet. So the last chapter in the book is where I talked about that process of the pruning season that I was in recently. And we all go through different forms and different stages in life where things happen, relationships change, finances change, children change, spouses change. And that's just a part of the pruning. You know, sometimes we have to just be still in the space that we're in and embrace the moment, you know, even if it does feel uncomfortable. We all go through uncomfortable seasons in our lives, and we just gotta just trust the process. So that's what pruning season touching is. There's a lot of pruning in my life, and I wanted to share. So I do have it set where, you know, it's a short read. I ask questions in the book, more journal in this book. Unexpected Expectations is my book. That was 5-star on Amazon. It's a little different than this one, but this one I wanted to be able to create for everyone to kind of journal as well. So that's what I did. So I felt led. I didn't want to start by chapter 1. I just felt like that was just what people do. But I felt led to read chapter 1. So let me start off by saying chapter 1, when God starts cutting. When he starts cutting. Chapter 1. I remember the first time I felt God pruning me. It wasn't gentle. It wasn't pretty. It felt like loss. And if I'm honest, it hurt me. But I learned that pain often signals progress. There was a time when I prayed for elevation, but I didn't realize that elevation requires separation. I thought God would simply add more to my life, not take things away. But he started cutting. He started cutting friends I thought would be with me forever, habits that once brought comfort, and even opportunities that I thought were a blessing. At first, I tried to hold on. I begged God to restore what he was clearly removing. But over time, I realized something. You can't grow if you're still holding on to what God has already pruned. Pruning is a process of trust. It's God saying, I see what you don't. I know what's coming. It's his way of shaping you into something stronger, deeper, and more fruitful. And while we often associate pruning with pain, it's actually one of the most loving acts God can perform in our life. The truth is, he prunes what he plans to prosper. You see, a gardener never wastes time cutting something that's dead. He cuts what's alive because he sees potential in it. That's you. God saw something in you worth shaping. And if you're reading this, if you're listening to this, you're in a season 2. The one where everything feels uncomfortable, uncertain, unexplainable. But I promise you, there's purpose in it. The branches being cut today will make room for the stronger fruit tomorrow. So don't despise the pruning. Don't rush the process. Don't curse what's actually making you grow. Because sometimes the very thing that breaks your heart is what will position you for your breakthrough. I'm not gonna go on. Pruning season. So yeah, I don't want to read too much because again, it is a short read, but it's a powerful read. And this is something that I would rather you take home and read and journal and kind of do it on your own time. But I have this book. I have copies for those who would like to purchase, and I've had them in course in my studio. I bought them today. I did take some time because I am a creator of books and stuff. So I made a few shirts last night as well. So I have the pruning season shirts, And yeah, so yeah, again, I appreciate everybody for coming. So I don't want to talk too much, but we do have some games and some stuff that I'm going to do that I want to share. That's gonna be fun and this time. So get some food and get some drinks. You know, it's okay to enjoy yourself. It's Saturday, you know. So, my coconut shrimp on the way.
Thing that God, remember that, not yourself, not anybody else, but God had to remove this. So maybe that's reframing your thought process right now. But one thing God removed from my life that I thought I needed was, I'll answer this one, and then we can kind of spring it off from there. Approval. So for me, I needed approval. I thought that I needed approval, and God removed that approval from me. Some of you guys know my history when it comes down to my kids, and I was looking for approval from the kid's mom, to be honest with you. And because I didn't get that approval, when it came down to parenting and co-parenting, I suffered with that a lot, and God removed that very quickly. And it happened very close to when we had met. So God had to relieve that from me personally, so that way I could be open to whatever God was going to send to me next. So that approval was something that I really, really struggled with. Approval to be I thought I was a great father, to be a father and do the things that I was doing and being a professional that I was. And because I wasn't being validated, it really made me feel bad. So I had to, God remove the need for approval of her in order for me to be the man that I was. And when I got free to that, it was explosive growth. So that's what God removed that, because I didn't even know I needed to remove it, but God removed that.
Let me just raise my hand. I don't want to get in trouble. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I was already getting in trouble with Jessica, so. What did you replace that need for validation from her or with something else? Like, I know God allowed you to stop needing that validation, but did you substitute it with something else? Did you fill that void with something else? Or
Yeah.
okay.
So for me, it's affirmations, positive affirmations to myself.
That you give yourself.
Yeah, to myself. So I stopped waiting for her to say, this is what you're doing. Or, and it wasn't even necessarily what she was saying. Maybe it was a look of approval.
Okay.
Or maybe a text message or something like
Yeah.
that. And it wasn't about me. It was about parenting.
Okay.
That mainly what it was about.
Okay.
So for me, just, giving myself
Giving
positive
yourself.
affirmations, building myself up before I needed anybody else.
I love that.
And that's what worked for me. Maybe not for somebody else, but it certainly worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prayerfully, it'll work for other people too, because we are our own validation, our own, like we working for other people, but really it's us. So we looking for us to be approved from somebody else when we got to be okay with us. And when we okay with us, then we're good.
Yep.
And that's really what God is allowing us to see in those moments.
If her voice sound familiar, just tune in to
Black Love Baltimore.
Black Love Baltimore.
Yes, I know, behind the scenes. Bianca. Yes, it's me.
Do you see the big thing? That was her.
Oh, yes. I know, that's why I'm trying to pull them back.
Anyone else? God remove anything from your life that you thought you needed? Or?
Well, God removed people from me that I thought that I needed to have in my life because they had been a part of my life for basically my whole life. And recognizing that God removed them, we started to, I guess in a sense, like, and it's been since COVID, so 6 years. God removed this person and other people from my life because also recognizing that they didn't have the same sense of, they weren't respectful of my marriage. And when I remember when everything happened, and it was a whole big thing. But I remember one of my friends said that we were doing so much better not being around people who weren't, because we were the only people at the time that were married in the friend group. And she was like, you're doing so much, everybody's thriving, everybody's doing so much better. It was, you guys are focused on you and your family. You're not focused on what everybody else is doing. But I thought that I needed that person and everyone in that circle in my life. And it turns out I've been doing fine, and I've replaced them 10 times over with other people that do have, that do believe in, marriage and people who surround yourself with like-minded people. And I mean, it's always going to be one here and there sprinkled in that's not really, riding for you, and God removed them too. But these were people who have been, you know, a part of my life since I was like 6, and I'm old now, so that was a long time, you know. But you know, God definitely removed them, you know, from my space. So.
They were comfortable.
It was very comfortable.
Yeah.
It was a comfort of they're there, and it was some signs that would come up, you know, throughout everything. It would be different signs that I wouldn't pay attention to, and even my husband was like, "She ain't fucking with you."
But she was like, no, but she been here forever. So
like a thing
yeah.
of, like she's choosing other people over you, and you're supposed to be like her friend, like her rider, and she's putting like new friends over old friends. Like, well, that's a whole nother story. But God removed them from my. God said it was time for them to go, and God replaced them. And here's my replacement.
You're so pretty. Okay.
Listen, the replacements are always better.
Okay. Period.
Fly out for anything. Okay.
That was good.
All right, there are no wrong answers. So it's 8 questions, and it's really just to kind of get to know one another and figure out what you're pruning in your life. All right. While the food is coming, just kind of give us a time to elaborate on the pruning season activity, because we all pruning something, and that's real talk, regardless of what it is. But here's a question. Here's an example. This is question number 1. And you can talk amongst yourself, talk to the person you came with, talk in the group. Even if you want to hop tables, you can do that as well. But question number 1, it goes like this. I knew it was time to let go when? Again, I knew it was time to let go when. And then you finish that honestly, thoughtfully, or creatively. So that's number 1. I knew it was time to let go when. So talk amongst yourself. Talk to your neighbor, the person you came with. I knew it was time to let go when.
I knew it was time to let go when you pulled up on me.
Okay.
I knew it was time to let go.
I knew it was time to let go when. For me, my sleep is so important.
When
When I can't sleep, it's time to do something. I mean, really, because I came up as a young man. Things happen. I learned that I needed to make something happen when I could not sleep. Something happened.
The one thing I would tell my younger self is to trust the process. A lot of times we can't see beyond what we're dealing with or what our circumstances or situations look like, but we have to trust that God is always working things out for our good. He's always gonna work it out, no matter what the circumstance. It may not be the answer that we're looking for, but it's gonna work out in our favor.
Trust the process. Trust the process. I love it. I felt like something was coming from me. Something from the table, right? It was just, what were y'all saying?
I was saying as far as like finances.
Oh.
What I know now, no one taught us, my husband and I, because we were struggling parents and charging things, buying things we didn't necessarily need, in debt. But we took a class at Morningstar. It was a discipleship class, and it had to do with financial. It was a financial class, and it taught us about the snowball. So I don't know if you know about the snowball, but you pay one bill, and once you pay it off, you pay another bill. But then if you have money left over, then you can save it, or you can give it to someone that's in need, or a charitable organization. But so we are debt free because we followed that snowball effect. But nobody told us about it. You know, we had to learn ourselves. So we have X amount of dollars every month that we can do something with it or pay off a bill. Like we got a vehicle and it's supposed to be paid off in 4 years, we paid off in 2 years because you pay toward that principal. So, you know, just things that weren't taught to us, like how I would say to my young self, don't charge and charge and charge and be in debt. There are other ways, creative ways of getting what you want or need without being in debt. It's a little bit more to it, but that's a simplified version of it. So I would say to my young self, and my thing is to try to teach some young people now about what to do. Pay yourself first. You know, give some money. You can tie the church, or save for yourself, saving for the future. So that's what I would say to my young self.
Love it, love it. Love it. Thank you guys for sharing. We've had great participation from the class. I'm just loving. Look, if I had students, y'all would be mine. Y'all would be mine. You are a great teacher.
Okay, so through the game, I said I was only going to read one. I felt led to read something else based upon all the games and the questions. It just felt like the distractor tied into all the questions that you asked on the game. Thank you so much. So I'm going to read chapter 8. Chapter 8 is the harvest. Okay? Give me the number. Chapter 8 title is the harvest. There comes a moment in every pruning season when the cutting stops, the ground settles, and the soil finally exhales. Not because the process wasn't painful, but because it was purposeful. There is a quiet, holy shift that happens when God finishes what He started. A shift that takes you from surviving the pruning to receiving the harvest. For the longest time, I didn't realize that the harvest doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it begins as a whisper, a little peace where there was chaos, a little clarity where there was confusion, a little strength where you once felt weak. God rarely announces the beginning of your harvest. I'm sorry, I'm in my glasses. Instead, He lets you feel it. He lets you realize that you don't cry the same, you don't break the same, you don't fear the same, and you don't doubt the same. You survived what was meant to bury you, but God used it to plant you. Pruning taught me that everything that I thought I needed was not necessary for where God was taking me. The relationships He removed, the habits He exposed, the insecurities He confronted, the delays He allowed, all of it was preparation. I wasn't being punished. I was being positioned. And once I realized that, I stopped fighting the process and started trusting the purpose. The harvest doesn't mean life becomes perfect. It means life becomes aligned. It means you walk differently, think differently, love differently, and choose differently. You learn to protect your peace, honor your boundaries, and open your heart to only what feeds your spirit. You begin to understand that favor is attracted to obedience and blessings flow through surrender. The harvest is God saying, now you're ready. Ready for what you prayed for, ready for what you cried for, ready for what you had to walk alone to receive. Harvest is the proof that nothing you went through was wasted. Every tear watered something, every loss planted something, every setback germinated something. And when God decides it's time for you to bloom, nothing, not people, not past, not fear, not timing, can stop the growth He ordained. You are stepping into a season where you see the fruit of what you endured. The doors you thought were closed will reopen. The opportunities you thought passed you by will find you again. The blessings that were held up will be released. The love you didn't expect will arrive. The purpose you doubted will make sense. And the version of you that God was shaping in silence, He will finally stand tall. This is your 8th chapter, your new beginning. Your harvest is not coming. It's here. And survived, you deserve to walk into it with confidence, peace, and gratitude. Because you didn't just make it through the pruning, you grew because of it. I need this glasses. But I felt like to read that because questions, I'm like the harvest, all that stuff that we talked about, all the questions that he asked, after all that, that's when the harvest comes.
Yeah. Man, took notes. So you survived what was meant to stop you. You were ready. So what we're going to do here now, we definitely want to give time for some book signings, some book purchases. We want to make sure that you guys, there shouldn't be a table. All of this should be empty by the time this season. So even if you want to buy a poster and hang it up in the room, you can buy the plant. That's a real fake plant right there. You can buy the real fake plant if you ever wanted to. But we have shirts in all sizes. We have small, medium, large, extra large. And it really is, it's a fashion statement. And I know that oftentimes we support different brands from across the globe and different states and things like that. And we have a homegrown person that is doing her absolute thing. So, and we're supporters of you guys as well. So if you got anything coming up, we'd love to be a part of what you guys have coming up as well. We didn't do this alone, and we can't make it any further without you guys. So the books are for purchase. They are not free. We would love for them to be free. But not today. Not today. They're not free today. The next event, they might be free. Maybe the next time. But this time, they are only $20. Okay? Cash App, preferably. Zelle, preferably. Credit card is good as well. And the t-shirts are only $15. You know, they're a little less than 20. All right. So you can get a package deal. Pay full price though. Full price. So please take pictures. We want you to have your own pictures. We would love for you to post it online and create some momentum around the book. And yeah, we love you guys. Real talk. Real talk. So I think we pick your time and purchase a couple items if you want to. But please take pictures. Please eat. Please have fun. Please make some music. All right.
Nice to meet you. Can I purchase a book? Two.
Thank you. One is for our daughter, Siani. Siani is our bookworm.
She likes to read.
Yes, she does. What an incredible way to end such a beautiful and inspiring event. As you can see, so many people were excited to purchase their copy of Pruning Season and share a special moment with the amazing author, Jessica J. Revive Goins. During the event, Jessica read 2 powerful passages from her book, and when I tell you those words resonated with me, they truly touched my heart. And I know I wasn't the only one in the room who felt their impact. Pruning Season is more than just a book. It is a message of growth, healing, transformation, and having the courage to release what no longer serves the person you are becoming. Jessica has a remarkable way of using her words to encourage others, and her journey has personally inspired me to finish writing my own books. Although Pruning Season is her latest release, Jessica is the author of several incredible books. So please take the time to support her work and add them to your collection. When you purchase a book from an independent author, you are doing more than just buying pages filled with words. You are supporting someone's purpose, vision, courage, and commitment to sharing their story with the world. Be sure to purchase your copy of Pruning Season. Follow Jessica J. Revive Goins and join us at our upcoming events. You never know which message, passage, or conversation may be exactly what you need for the season you are in. Congratulations, Jessica. We admire you, we celebrate you, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. This was an amazing event, and I am grateful that you invited me to be a part of it. Continue to be successful. May God bless you to continue to thrive in everything that you do. Amen. Shout out to Lafayette for making sure his beautiful wife Jessica's event was amazing. You both did an amazing job. I am Jessica and Lafayette's good friend, Bianca. Don't prune me. Add me to your life by going to Bianca Studios and hitting that subscribe button and following me on all social media platforms. Thank you for taking the time to watch this entire video and for supporting my good friend, Jessica. All videos through Bianca Studios are edited by me through Echoes of Love Photography and Videography. All right, y'all, it's pruning season.